Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. Today we're going to start a new Let's Play on a game called Automated. Automated's being developed by South Blue Moon and being published by Forklift Interactive. And Forklift is sponsoring the first 3 episodes of this Let's Play, so my thanks goes out to them. I've been following this game since last April, I'd say 2024. I've been in the playtest, kind of following it ever since, and it has evolved quite a bit. Let's jump in. I'm playing the demo that comes out today as this video posts, which is February 13th, 2025. Let's jump into the campaign. The full game will have all these different worlds, but the demo has the demo world. So let's just jump in and then we'll see what this game is all about as we play on. All right. Star progress 0 out of 5. I kind of reset all my play settings. I played for a little bit. So let's hit play.
Hello, engineer. I'm Otto, your guide in Automated. In campaign mode, you'll face 50 automation and logistics challenges. Each level has one goal: produce and deliver within the time and resources available. Let's start. Check the building menu on your screen. Here are your tools and buildings organized by category for easy access. Before building, move the camera. Drag, rotate, and zoom.
We got some initial tutorial kind of stuff. The standard. So WASD to move around, center mouse button to rotate and tilt, and zoom in and out is the scroll wheel as usual.
Cool. Now, see those two structures? They're the spawner and receiver. The spawner generates raw materials. The receiver collects finished products. Your job in each level is to connect the spawner and receiver, processing those items as needed to meet the level's production goal. Conveyors transport items and are key to automation. For now, your task is simple. Connect the spawner to the receiver using conveyor belts. Click the conveyor in the menu or use a shortcut. Click to start and drag to place. For turns, release and click again or use the anchor shortcut. The building details window shows shortcuts and options. All right, enough talk. Time to put down some belts and get items flowing from spawner to receiver. If something went a little wonky, don't worry. See that bulldozer icon in the build menu? That's the destruction tool.
All right, we got a bit of tutorial content to go through here. Let's go ahead and click on our conveyor. The anchor key they were talking about is if we hold and drag and then hit the R key, boom, we can make turns and have a continuous belt segment. This is not an efficient belt, but I'm going to put it down anyway.
You've got potential. Time to finish this level. Like I mentioned before, your mission is to take items from the spawner, process them, and deliver them to the receiver. To process materials, you need to use machines. Machines like cutters and presses transform raw materials in manufactured items. To know which machine to use, check the recipes. Recipes show materials, machines, and results. Check your objectives in the objectives panel. This level requires 30 iron bars in 1 minute. Click the icon to see the recipe.
All right, a couple ways to see the recipe. If we go to objectives for this level, so that's this little bullseye, boom, and I think it's level objectives. If we click on this, up comes the recipes.
Each recipe includes the required input item, the input rate needed to keep production steady, the machine required, the production rate, and the icon of the produced item. Besides viewing the information on how to craft each item, you can also access sub-items if the recipe includes them. Simply click on an item, and if it needs to be crafted, you'll see its recipe and also gain access to its history. Here, we have the bookmark button, which allows you to pin a recipe for quicker access whenever you need it. Finally, we have these 2 buttons that change the view of your recipe. Quick tip to enhance your experience. You can use a shortcut to quickly hide and show recipes. The default key is Control, but you can check it in the shortcut settings. Now, let's put that into practice. Go to the machinery category in the menu and select the press machine. Once you have the press machine selected, check out the building details panel. Here you'll find all the controls, how to rotate, build, and more. Go ahead and place the press machine along the conveyor path.
All right, here we go. Down here at the bottom left, we got different toolbars here for the items we can build. Logistics, belt splitters, machinery, all the things to manufacture products and, convert items from one type to another. And then miscellaneous looks like we've got storage. So they want us to go to machinery, and was it the press machine I think they wanted? And we can just slot this in anywhere on this belt. Just make sure it kind of hovers
But
over
wait,
the belt.
nothing's moving. Let's fix that by starting the simulation. To test your setup, go to the Time Control menu. Here, you can start the simulation to see everything come to life, and you can even speed up time to watch things unfold faster. Just remember, you can only change your layout when the simulation isn't running. All right, start the simulation and watch the magic happen.
All right, let's do it. Up at the top of the screen, we'll just hit, I'm going to go triple speed. We get pretty simple little factory here. Just pounding raw iron into whatever these guys are, iron bars.
This is the final ranking panel. When you complete a level, your results are recorded here. You can see the energy you used, the time taken, and the space utilized. Stars are awarded at the end of each level based on your performance. You automatically earn 1 star just for completing the level. To earn additional stars, you need to meet specific metrics. You can view these metrics in the tooltip when you hover your mouse over the stars.
So there we go. Here's the end of the level. And you can see I got 3 out of 5 stars, and they're showing me where I kind of came up short. I didn't complete the level in 42 seconds or less, and that's just the run time, right? Once we hit play, you can take all the time you want to design your factory. And then it says I didn't use 38 or less power. So let's redo this level and see if we can optimize it. There's some obvious fixes, right? So one is the belt. In each belt and each machine we put down has a cost in terms of like energy. So you look at the very top of the screen, kind of hovering over this little power symbol. They're showing us that our available power is 60, and we've got 50 that we're using. And each belt or anything machine I put down is going to consume power. So the less machines I put down to achieve the objective, the more power I'm going to conserve, and the better chance I'm going to meet the objectives. Let's see, secondary objectives here in the top left. So we want to use 38 or less power. I'm currently using 50. Let's rearrange these belts. So this is our press machine. So let's bulldoze these belts. Boom and boom. Bring up the logistics tab, and we'll just bring this straight across, shortest path possible. And now if we want to edit our design, I think the shortcut key for that is Z. And it's down here, in case you forget. There's some shortcuts. Edit the selected item to modify its location while keeping its specific settings. It's here in the bottom of the screen. Demolish, copy, and then show hide production widgets review. I'm not sure what that is. We'll see. But I'm just going to hit Z, click on this guy, and then drag it where I want it. Rotate so I can see. Z, there we go. And boom. Right click to get out of edit mode. Now we're about as efficient as we can get, right? We're in a straight line. Let's run this one and see how we do. You can see our used power is 38. If I hover over the power at the top of the screen. So we're going to meet that objective. Big question is, can we meet this 42 seconds objective? I'm guessing we're going to be able to do it. So let's just hit triple speed and see how this one does. Oh man, am I impressing you with my skills? So this is just the first basic scenario, just to kind of teach you the basics of the game. We'll see more as we go, but let's keep moving along here.
This is the level selector. Some levels are locked and will be unlocked once you earn the required number of stars indicated on them. Additionally, some levels unlock new mechanics.
All right, let's do level 2. And we'll just play. They're showing us the objectives here. 45 iron bars in 1 minute and 10. 45 iron ingots in 1 minute and 10. And also 90 iron pipes in 1 minute and 10. I think there's going to be a little more tutorial content here we'll listen to.
Hello again, engineer. Ready to meet a new tool? Let me introduce the splitter. As the name suggests, it's all about dividing things. But dividing what, exactly? It divides what we call flow. Here's an example. Imagine you have a conveyor belt moving 120 units of iron per minute. You need half of that flow for recipe X and the other half for recipe Y. You can use a 1x2 splitter to divide the 120 flow into two outputs of 60 each. All right, let's try it in action. In this level, your objective is to deliver a lot of items, but don't feel overwhelmed. It's pretty easy to accomplish. As you can see, we now have 2 spawners, and we need to deliver 3 items. To achieve this, we'll use the splitter. First, click on the spawner to check its rate. As you can see, this spawner produces 120 units per minute. This allows us to connect it to 2 different machines, since each only requires 60 units per minute, just as the recipes show. The splitter has 2 types, 1x2 and 1x3 splitter. Now place a 1x2 splitter in the spawner that we want to split.
All right, let's do it. And you can put these splitters right up next to the spawner. No need to have a belt in between them.
Awesome.
They'll just snap right on.
Now, connect a furnace and a press machine to the splitter's outputs.
All right, machinery, we need... Oh, you know what we can do? Instead of going to this machinery tab, I think they showed us this earlier, but we can see the recipes are all over here in the bottom right. So if we do... What do they want us to do? Let's see. Furnace and a press machine, iron bars and iron ingots. So here's iron bars. I can just click right in this display of what the recipe is. Boom. And there's my press machine. So let's pop one of these guys down. Looks like I'm going to have to move over a little. And then what do we need? What's the other one? Iron ingots. That's this guy. Takes a furnace. We'll put this guy down here. Let me rotate a little bit so I can see how wide this guy is. It's too wide. Boom. You can see where the inputs and outputs go. It's pretty clear. And now we need to connect these with belts. See if I can pull that off here. These are kind of snug. Let's see. Yeah, whoops. Misclicked. So grab our little dude here. Try that one more time. Boom. I think that one's connected, and now that guy's connected.
Great job. Now, connect the cutter to the other spawner, which has an output rate of 60 units per minute.
Okay, so they want the cutter. We can just do that again from this recipe window. Cutting machine, they want us to connect it to this guy.
Nice work. Now, let's get everything to the receiver. And here's a handy tip. We can use a single conveyor belt path for the machines connected to the splitter, as one belt can handle up to 120 units per minute. Exactly what we're producing here.
Okay, so belts take 120 per minute. This this source is giving us 60 raw iron per minute, and then this cutting machine is going to end up giving us 120 per minute, and that's all that a belt can do. So we need at least 1 belt for this guy. Put that into the receiver. And then these two, this machine's putting out 60 per minute. This machine's putting out 60 per minute. Shows it pretty darn clear. So these two can be combined. This, that.
If something went a little wonky, don't worry. See that bulldozer icon in the build menu? That's the destruction tool.
All right, let's hover over and see what we got here. I look at the objectives in the top left. We're supposed to do all this within 110, I mean, a minute and 10 seconds. And we get a bonus star if we do it in 55 seconds or less. And we're supposed to use 83 or less power. How much power are we using now? 93. Let's just play anyway and see how this plays out. And then we'll optimize it in the second pass. I can minimize this window. Three stars. Unacceptable. we can't have it. All right, so we didn't meet the time objective. We didn't meet the power objective, kind of like last time. Let's redo this one. I think we can make this better, like a lot better. I think we can do it. Moving these machines closer to the receiver. Let's try again. And I can show you some things about the game while we do this. So get the bulldozer tool out, wipe this away. And then if I make a mistake, there's undo and redo buttons here in the bottom left. So this is kind of slick. So if I accidentally deleted that and I didn't want it to, I could just hit the undo button here in the bottom left of the screen. In this case, I do want it gone. These guys I'm going to edit. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close that for now. Z for editing, and I want to move. I want to do this. How do I want to do this? All right, I am back. It took a minute or two to kind of think this through, but I think I've got a solution in place here. Let me show you. 120 iron come out of here. Go into the splitter. 60 come into our furnace, and then that feeds directly into the receiver. The other 60 a minute go through the splitter and feed our press. Those go into the receiver, and then we have our, what is this guy? Our cutting machine working off of this kind of spawner, and just a straight belt on into the receiver, since this is going to kick out 120 a minute, and that's all that this bell can do. Let's see if this is better than what I had. If we look at the objectives in the top left, we can see we're supposed to use 83 or less power to get one of these bonus stars. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're just at 83. Hopefully that counts. I think it's going to count. Let's so hopefully we can get this in 55 seconds or less, process all this material. These three things: 45 iron bars, 4 or 5 iron ingots, and 90 iron pipes. Let's hit play triple speed and see what happens. I think we're going to be good. Bam. How do we do? Oh man, not bad. Yeah, cool. So a big part of the game is kind of going back and reworking your solutions. You get all the time you need to do it. You kind of think up innovative ways to do it. Let's go to another level. Man, that one did actually take quite a bit of time. All right, level 3. Beam me up. Let's jump in. Oh, the objective: deliver 100 support beams in 1 minute and 20. Difficulty is 1 star. Let's go. Let's do it.
Welcome to this advanced tutorial. Today, we'll dive deeper into transport and spawner rates. Understanding production efficiency starts with analyzing the recipe and spawner output. For this level, we will focus on optimizing our setup for support beans. The support beans recipe requires 60 per meter iron pipes and 120 per meter stone blocks. However, a single cutter processing iron produces 120 per meter, meaning one cutter can supply 2 advanced press machines efficiently. On the other hand, a single cutter processing stone only produces 60 per meter, so we need 2 cutters to supply 1 advanced press machine with the required 120 per meter stone blocks. First, let's divide the spawners properly. Use a 1x2 splitter on each stone spawner so that they feed 2 cutters each. Don't forget to put a cutter in front of each splitter output.
All right, place a 1x2 splitter in front of each stone spawner. How many stone spawners? We got 2. All right, 1x2 splitters. We'll do as ordered, and then we'll see. It may not give us the most optimal solution here in the tutorial, but we'll rework it. All right, assemble the stone block production. Let's look at the recipes here. Stone blocks. Oh, there's 2 views here. So let me show you this. Bottom right, there's our recipe, support beams. There's 2 ways to look at this data. One is just the ingredients required to make the end product, support beams. So we need iron pipes and stone blocks. And then there's a tab over here, overview. This shows everything, and you can kind of zoom in. So they're showing here's the stone. We need cutting machines for this to make the stone blocks. And the rate is 60 per minute are needed by the cutting machine. So let's do it. That's why they got us splitting these things. So I can, again, pick the tools right off of this recipe, which is pretty sweet. They want cutting machines on each of these. Boink, boink, and I think over here too, right?
Now, let's set up the iron cutters. Each iron spawner only needs one cutter, so place one cutter directly after each iron spawner.
Okay, one cutter on each of the iron spawners. So I'm just going to pull them off of the recipe thing here instead of the toolbar on the left. Cutting machine. One there and one here.
With the cutters in place, it's time to connect them to the advanced press machines. For each machine, connect 2 stone cutters and 1 iron cutter. Repeat this step twice to set up 2 advanced press machines.
Okay, advanced press machine is this guy. And it's going to take 120 stone block and 60 of these pipes. We're going to have extra pipes, aren't we? I think. Advanced press machine, that's this guy. How do we want to do it? Guess it doesn't matter. Let's plunk that guy down there. 120, so these can come in on the same belt. Right, we need 60. I see. Get to 60. We're going to do 2 belts. We need to send this little yellow text here. We need 120 per minute stone blocks to go into the advanced press machine. So we'll combine these 2 outputs from these 2 splitters. Pop that in there. That's 120 stone blocks. And then we need 60 iron pipes. So we don't even need all of these iron pipes. We'll take them all and we'll just see what happens. I gotta get these into here. Whoops, where's the output? R, and bring that in. Okay, and then we need to do the same thing on the other side, right? Assemble 2 advanced press machines. Oh, was there a copy? Copy selected items to paste elsewhere. C. We could probably do it, but I'm not going to take a chance. This guy's going to kick out 60 per minute. If we were smart, it seems like we could just tap into this guy. Let's try that. I don't think it's what they want us to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Boom. I'm going to deviate a little bit. This guy's kicking out 120 per minute. We only need 60. I'm going to strain from the tutorial. We'll see if I pay a price or not for that. Boom. But we may as well just split that output. I think that's going to be potentially more optimal solution for us. Could be wrong. About to find out. So this 60 goes that way. And this 60 has to come in here. This 120 stone blocks gets to come in there.
Finally, connect the output of both advanced press machines to the receiver to complete the level. Before you finish, keep in mind that there are ways to improve efficiency even further. You could build 4 advanced press machines instead of 2. Can you figure out how to optimize the setup?
Oh man, 4 advanced press machines instead of 2. That's interesting. Let's see what this one does. Our bonus objectives are worth 310 or less power. Where are we at? What? We're at 161. That seems pretty good to me. In fact, we can delete, unless I'm mistaken, I think I can delete that guy. Let's run this and see what I'm overlooking. Feels like I'm overlooking something big, but let's run it and see how we do. Oh, we missed one. What did we miss? Complete in 35 seconds or less. So we've got a bunch of headroom on our power. We want to speed up the output somehow. Let's redo that level somehow. They kind of gave us a hint. Still 60 per minute. I think we could do another set of splitters and speed this up. It's a little snug in here, though, the way I've got it set up. But we've got a lot of extra power available to us. We just need to get under 310. We're only using 153, so not even half of that. So we've got extra power to put more machines down. Just thinking of how to do it. We got the splitter. We would need another splitter. Let's pull this apart and see what we can come up with. This part's got to come out. Yeah, we know we're going to need cutting machines, but I feel like more splitters. It's just, can I get this to all fit? I don't think there's a way to mirror image these. So I could put like the input on the other side. Don't think so. Let's see. There's controls. The building details are up here in the top right. Inputs, outputs, confirm position, cancel. Build over. Rotate is R. Cancel position, confirm position. Yeah, I don't see a way to flip where that input's going to be. So that would mean this guy's got to kick out a little bit. Now, which may not be the end of the world. We've got extra of energy. That guy is fed in. This guy's automatically fed in. These two inputs go just like before. Now I've got 120 ball. Oh no, I gotta cut these. Cut these. So we need cutters first. Let's do it. I think I can squeeze them in. It's gonna be tight. Cutting machine. There and there. Conveyor belt. Like that. 240, 120, 60, 60, cut, recombine them to 120, in they go. Same thing over here. So we're going to have another one of these guys, another advanced press machine. Something like that. Whoops, whoops, whoops. One more. I want to move that over one more. Boom. We'll take the blocks, belt those in this splitter into there, I think. Now, if we look at the recipe, this advanced press machine needs 60 pipes. So pipes. Let's back it up. We need a cutting machine. 60 is going to get us 120 pipes. Right. So we need, yeah, just a cutting machine here. Boom. That's going to double our quantity coming out of here. Oops. Wrong button. Cutting machine, rotate you. Boom. We got 120. We only need half of that. So splitter. Like so. And then belt. I'm sure there's a cut and copy way for us to speed this up. So that's that side. I gotta do one more. This guy's gonna come in here. We're gonna largely mirror image of this, it looks like. In you go. How are we doing on power? 296. So we're still, we'll get that star. But man, we gotta complete this in 35 seconds or less to get the 5th star. I think that's gonna work. Let's see what I missed. I'll close down all this noise here. Let's run, we'll run triple speed. Coming in fast and furious. How'd we do? Oh, what? 35 seconds or less. What did we do? 44.65. Dan Field, who's that? I know who these people are. I can't lose the Dan Field. My goodness. Let's try one more time. Can I optimize? Got to be something obvious. Let's go back in here. All right, I got to take a look at this. I will be right back. All right, I've been looking at this design. I see a problem. You guys probably already saw it. I'm not converting this stone into bricks here. I'm splitting it, but I'm not actually processing it. So if I hit play, I'm just sending stones in, so this guy's not doing anything. So that's slowing us down for sure. Let's see if I can fix that. We're gonna have to turn this guy sideways again. So let's rip all this out, and we'll do kind of what we did, I think, on this side, right? We'll come over into a splitter. Let's do it. Logistics 1x2 splitter. Like that. I think that's what we did. And then cutters. I can get it from here, I suppose, this time. Cutting machines, boink boink. And this one's gonna go. And let's belt these guys in. This still may not be the best. I think that's looks a little more mirror imagey. Let's see how we do. Power is probably still good. 312. And we've got, oh no, no, no. Power's not good. Power's not good. We gotta save 2 blocks somehow. 2 power. What does a belt cost us? Is it 1? 1 belt is all we need to get rid of. Do I have any extras laying around? There's a little snake there, but I don't think I can get around that. 1 belt away from having this solved. Oh man. Be right back. All right, I got an idea. Don't know if this is going to work or not. I think if I push this splitter in, I may end up saving these belts right there and right there. Let's try it. Show you what I'm thinking doing, or what I'm thinking here. This may work, may not. It would be something like this. This. Get rid of all this garbage. Bring this splitter, or this this splitter forward. So Z, click, move you, boom. And then still gonna have 2 belts, but it's, I think we saved more than that. Boink boink. And let's do the same thing on this side. We'll see, like I said, see if this makes a difference. I think it's gonna. Boom. Oops, Z. All right. Did that save us anything? Looks like I got one little issue here. Okay. Out come the pipes. They get split. How we doing on power now, fellas? 302 instead of 310. Nice. I like it. So that saved quite a bit. There's probably more optimizations in here, right? I bet if we moved... I don't think we can. If we moved this half to the left a little bit and this half to the right a little bit, maybe. Let's run and see where we score, where we come out. Oh, what the? 36.55. What do we need? 35 or less. So we're 1.5 seconds. All right. I'm going back. I'm going to look at this for a little bit longer, and I will be back when I've got it solved. All right, I am back. Oh man, I've tried many approaches on this one, and we do have it. I finally do have it. Show you what I've got and what I observed here. These spawners that kick out 240 per minute. If you want to get that full 240, you've got to have the splitter attached to the little spawner here. If I try and run a belt, that belt's going to slow me down because the belts can only do 120 per minute. So that's got to be there. That's kind of a requirement. And so I've got a splitter here, 120 going this way, 120 going this way. Another splitter, and then 60 into a cutter, 60 into a cutter. These dump out the stone blocks and they go into the advanced press machine. And then over here, it's super simple. We've got 60 iron coming off of here that runs through a cutter, 120 come out. And split those. And in they go into the advanced presses. That's basically it. Same thing on this side and same thing over here. Let's run it and see. Power usage is 294 and our goal is 310 or less. So we're good on power. Let's see if we can do 35 or less. See how this one goes. All right, finally, we got it. It took quite a few attempts. I'll show you a couple things here, or show you another thing about the game. If you go to the level selector, boom, you can have 3 different approaches at any given time. And then, like I said, you can always do the undo and redo and stuff if you want to try and retry things. So this was the first solution we tried. We hop in here. This guy, it's a little bit different. If we run that one, see what we get. That one wasn't bad, 36.55. And the other one I tried, I'll show you the other approach, this guy here. Yeah, I tried lining up these advanced presses right up to the receiver, so their output is right on the receiver. But then I was having a hard time with finding enough room to process my bricks. So this one came out, I think, super slow. Boom, let's let this one run. Yeah, that one's like 7 seconds longer. So that one's not great. But there might be a way to optimize this. But that's kind of the key to the game. It's all about optimizing. Optimizing for time and optimizing for space. And optimizing for space takes the form of conserving this power. Kind of using the least number of belts that you can to make this all happen. Pretty darn cool. I think I'm going to wrap this episode here, but before I do, we will do more of these next episode. I want to show you a couple other features of the game in this first episode. Let's hop out of here and go back to the main menu because there's some cool stuff. Really cool stuff. The base game, when it releases, is going to have 50 levels to play. We kind of saw those. I'll jump back in here. If we go to these worlds, see, there's 10 levels there, 10 levels there, and there's 5 worlds. So you got 50 levels once the base game comes out. We're just in demo mode right now. But in addition to that, there's a community hub here where people can make and submit their own levels. And you can subscribe to these and play them. What's better, you can design your own levels here. I'll show you quickly how this works. I'm not an expert in it. I tried a couple here. But you go into level editor and there's a whole checklist here showing what you need to do. So first you can pick 1 to 5 maps from any of the levels that the game offers. So here's the 5 different worlds up top. And here are the 10 levels per world. And there's just different, different scenery and things here. So if I say I want level 5, and I'll just do 1 map, generate the map layout. This is the playing surface for my custom level. I can give it a name, Glider 1. Glider 1 description. And then if you want to set a thumbnail for it, once you get your stuff built out here, you just click set level thumbnail, and basically you set the camera the way you want it to be. Say I want to highlight that cool bridge in the distance or something. I do set level thumbnail, boom, it's going to take that snapshot of how I've got the camera now, and that'll be the thumbnail for my custom level. Then we've got different level features. You can say what the level difficulty is and specify what kind of unlocks are going to be available on that level. Again, there's a whole checklist here telling you what to do, or letting you know what to do. Then it says, okay, set at least one objective. Down at the bottom left, here's more configurations for your levels. So here's the objectives. So up in the top right, after selecting objectives down below, it says how much time do you want to make available for this level? So we can say about 300 seconds. What's the power availability? Maybe 300. So I can set that stuff. Objective settings, I can create new objectives. Deliver iron bars, 60 iron bars. Sure, we'll keep that objective. And then you can just go through this whole checklist. Place down your buildings here. Let's see, create a new grid. So how big do you want the play size to be? Whoops, that's up or down. We can make this big all the way. And then I can place my spawners, create a new spawner, move it wherever I want. And then I can specify like what material I want this thing to spawn. Let's see, where is it? Position item, spawn coal. And then I can set, I believe I can set the rate on this too. Contrast. Okay, there's our spawners. Spawn rate, like right here, I can say that's going to kick out 300 things per minute. There's also decorations if you want to put kind of trees around the outside here. Let's see. Oh, no, I think those, yeah, I think they might have to go in the map. That's a little colorblind. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Let's delete that one. There is a way to put those down. Let's see if I can. Buildings, grid. This is, I think, what I was looking for. Yeah, if I shrink the grid down, then that gives me room to place little decorations and stuff around the map. Now I should be able to place these little trees. Yeah. So you can kind of customize the level, make it look the way you want. And then you can pick the weather for the map or for this level. Pick what music soundtrack. There's 5 to choose from right now. Objectives, buildings, level settings. What have we not done? Maps layout. Change the gameplay mode. So this kind of shows you what it's going to look like. There's the objective in the top left. Deliver 60 iron bars in 5 minutes. You got 300 power to use. So pretty cool. And then it's got the stuff unlocked that we said is unlocked as far as the machinery that can be used. Yeah, here we go. So I can save this level, or I can push it, publish it onto the community hub, and then other people will see it and can play it. But for now, I'll just save it local. And then I think if I escape out of here and go back to the main menu, or go to the community hub, library. Where is it? Level editor. It's not published yet, so it's not going to be in the on the homepage yet. But there it is, a Glider 1 unpublished. I can go in here and edit it and change it, so you can build levels at your heart's content if you are one of the more creative people out there, or you can just grab some of the maps and levels that other people created. So that is super duper cool. Yeah, 50 levels to play in the base game. The demo goes live today as this video posts, February 13th, 2025. There's leaderboards. We saw that a little bit. We saw that. Let's see what they've got here. Do they have them here too? Global rankings. So if you're competitive, you can compete for these ratings. Oh, one more huge thing I forgot to show. Let's go into any of these maps. Let's go into one we were just there. So the first couple maps, we listened to the tutorial content and kind of saw what that was about. Super helpful. But right here, Help Center, top left of the screen, everything you could want to know about the game, the core mechanics, The different machines, the splitters are unique in this game. We saw a little bit their basic functionality, but they've also got built-in filters and they've got built-in storage. So you can actually store with your splitters, but it comes at a cost. You could read about all that here. All of the game mechanics, how ranking is determined, how stars are earned, everything you could want to know about this game is available in the top left corner here under the Help Center. Yeah, let's wrap this first episode here. We're going to do at least a couple more episodes. We'll do more puzzles. I may spend more time on this one, even though I spent a ton of time already trying to optimize. That's kind of the name of the game, is trying to come up with the most efficient layouts that you can come up with. And I know a lot of you guys like efficient layouts out there because I read my comments for the factory games I play. You guys have a lot of good suggestions on how to make them more efficient. So yeah, a game like this would be right up your alley. Yeah, I want to thank Forklift Interactive for sponsoring the first 3 videos of this Let's Play. And with that, we will call it an episode. I will see you all in the next one.